Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today we're on the new account playthrough. What is it now? Part 12? We're level 256. I put 254 in the title because that's what we were, but I was playing a little bit before the stream started, so I got a couple of levels just that quick. But yeah, what have we been up to on this new account? So, we opened the underworld, which is probably the biggest development that's happened recently, and we started doing City of Thieves 3 times a day. Just very recent. It was like Saturday, right? Something like that. So I've done it Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Today's Tuesday. So we haven't been doing it very much, but we've already got the Maraji Queen right here, which is a really good troop that you should go for. All elemental allies start with 50% mana. So that includes Rowan, who's an elemental. So instead of 12 mana cost, she's going to start with 6. All you need is 6. So then you got Leprechaun, who explodes 9 green and blue around the green. So as long as Leprechaun hits 12 green and blue, that fills up your Rowan because you get 50% for explosions, which is going to happen pretty much every time. You're going to cast your Leprechaun, it's going to fill your Rowan, you're going to cast your Rowan, you're going to win. It's super fast. You keep it on level 20. Remember not to go past level 20. See, I'm on level 20 still. I've done City of Thieves probably, I don't know, at least 10 times now, and I'm still on level 20. You can beat the boss, just don't pick level 30 after you beat the boss. The whole point is to do all the rooms, get to the boss, kill the boss, open the chest, get chaos shards, take those shards to other factions. Look for specific troops like Maraji Queen, Gob Truffle, Queen Beatrix, and while you're doing that, you're going to get treasure. You take the treasure and you level up your horde level and your quality. So we want to get our quality to 10, which I already did. Did that kind of off stream as I was playing. Just kept adding treasure, kept getting 100% chance until I got to quality 10. Now it doesn't matter. We don't need 100% chance now if we want to increase our horde level. So getting our horde level to 111 is probably our next goal. Getting Maraji Queen fully ascended and getting our horde level to 111. 100 is where you get max score, but 111 is a nice soft cap where you get a potion and a magic at the same time. So if you take a look at it on level here, if we go to 100, we get a magic there, which with Rowan, it's not that big of a deal, but this will be good practice for future factions. We get a magic, but look if you just go to 105. Boom, you get a potion of explosion. Now you got the enchantment and the explosion potions, which are the two most useful ones. So just going to 105 will get you that potion of explosion. And then you might as well go to 111 if you're going to go to 105, get another magic. So 111 is what I would recommend to be your goal, to getting to right now at least. So get your quality to 10 and get your level to 111. So we're working on that still. We still need to get to 111 here, but we have our quality on 10, which is good because now we're going to get max rewards every time we run through this. So yeah, we'll try to get to 111 maybe today, and we'll try to get Maraji Queen fully ascended. We got some chaos shards. Should we open them now or should we open them later? I don't know. We'll start from the beginning though, which wouldn't be doing that. Grab my tribute. All right, so where do we start? Look at this. I got 3,600 gems, 2 million gold, 250,000 souls. Just follow along, do as I do, and you can have the same exact thing. Just don't be spending in places that I'm not spending in, you know? Like, if you don't see me doing it on stream, you probably shouldn't do it yourself. Like, I saw something for gems. Oh, yeah, look. Here's a place you can mess up and spend gems. Look at this, 700 gems. Just to be impatient and level up your Soul Forge. Don't do that. Look how many gems that is. That's how you could waste gems on that. Don't do that. You know, just get the Curse Runes, just be patient, just wait. It's no big deal. Getting to level 16 in your Soul Forge is not going to make a difference right now. You know what I mean? You can wait. You can wait on this stuff, you can wait on this stuff, you can wait on this stuff. It's not a big deal. So, don't ever do that. That's bad. Opening chests with gems is bad. You know? I can't do it right now because I have keys, but if I use all my gem keys, it will say, hey, you want to open more for gems? It's a bad thing. Don't do that. Just some of the offers are bad. Like, don't... I'm not going to do either one of these because I'm really just looking for medals right now. We're talking about it a little bit yesterday. Like, first, your gems are for armor, unless you're buying Death Knight armor. Second, your gems are for global medals until you get 3 of each global medal. Once you have all the global medals, now you can spend your gems on guild events, maybe. That's kind of the progression. We wouldn't want to spend gems. There's probably other places you can spend gems too. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Trying to think of another spot. Something like, I don't know, can a class do it? Like, you know how you can, like, do an orb here or something? Don't do that. Just anything where you can just do it instead of, like, don't rush things. Don't try to be patient. Y'all can hear me all right, though? Yeah, I saw that. I did some of the adventure board already. I tried to get things, like, close to done so we could get a bunch of stuff done today. So I got them all 2 out of 3. But let's start from the beginning. We're still opening up kingdoms. We're in a good guild. We got our Rowan team pretty fleshed out and good to go. We still haven't got a mythic yet, which is kind of interesting. We're level 256 with no mythic, but remember, mythics are just... Mythic means rare. It doesn't mean good. Half of the mythics aren't even good. So, who cares about mythics? You need to get that in your head. Like, as a beginner, who gives a crap about mythics? There's a new mythic this weekend. Don't blow all your keys on it. You're probably better off doing your keys right now so you have a chance at better mythics. This one this weekend's not that bad though, but most of the time they're not that good. So don't blow all your keys, you know. I mean for a beginner you just do all your keys right now. Cuz we need everything. But yeah, let's start with that. Let's open keys cuz I have a bunch and I've been waiting for the stream to do this. Gold keys, we're probably not going to get anything too exciting, but we will get gems and trait stones and stuff, and we need those. So let's do this. See, the exciting stuff's more at the bottom with these. So keep going. Okay, bunch of trait stones for trading troops, right? Gems, souls, gold, glory. Alright, let's do it again. We're a beginner, we're allowed to do that. Everybody's allowed to open gold keys, though, from beginning to the end of the game. There's no reason to save them. Gold keys, you can open whenever you want. 100 glory, 3,000 something gold, souls, gems, bunch of trait stones. Alright, let's finish them off. Loud and clear, alright, good. Alright, don't really care about the troops. We're getting more copies of certain things that we, you know, some good stuff probably, but there we go. And we never do this. Never, ever. Just do keys. If you have 0 keys, you're not allowed to open chests. Just do that. Alright. Glory keys. 203. These have a chance for mythics. Will we get our first mythic? Let's try. Nope, not yet. But we got a bunch of new troops. Pandalista's good. Deals true damage to 2 random enemies, boosted by Urska allies. You can 50% start it with Geomancer class. It's got some good traits. So if you get like 2 Pandalistas, it's kind of like having 2 Gargoyles, except for true damage. So this is good sometimes for low level teams. How's it going, Sauna? How's it going, Starla? What's up, Chad? JM Ricks is here. So I like Pandalista. I'll point out the troops I like, which you're going to notice I don't really point out very many, because that's how this game is. There's lots of Dookie, and there's very few that are good. And you need to concentrate on the good ones. Hobgoblin's decent. Ice Goblin's decent. For very early game. You'll get away from them to something better. But just pointing those out for very early game. See, I'm skipping by all this crap because none of it's good. That's why. At least not good enough to point out. Ogress is good. I might miss some. Like Sister Superior is good for the Ironhawk team. Later. You know, I might miss one here or there, but you notice I'm skipping by a lot. But 15 gems now, souls, gold, glory. Alright, we got 3 keys, might as well. Alright, nothing good there. Glory, once again, not early game. You don't do this early game, but late game, it's a way to get some gems back if you really need them bad, like you're down bad. For us, glory, we are going to use on the spoils of war in the shop. And the new troop in the shop, and maybe trait stones in the shop. That's what we use them on. We don't do this. Alright, Gem keys. Let's see. This is our best chance at getting mythics right now. Because our guild seal chest is probably not level 6 because it's only Tuesday. So this is our best chance today of getting a mythic right here. On this pool right here. Nope, didn't happen. Still not happening, but I don't really care. It's not a big deal. We did get the Great Maul, which is pretty cool. It's like a budget High King Iron Gut. High King Iron Gut is a mythic you're gonna shoot for. It's one of the best mythics in the game. We got a Zacian week coming up soon, and you could throw your event keys at that maybe, if you've been saving them like you're supposed to be. But it devours an enemy, creates 8 yellow and 8 brown gems. 1 cast only. So it's a 100% chance to devour, but then it's 1 cast only. So you could put it in first slot, devour something with a lot of stats, and now you have a first slot with a lot of stats. Attack, life, armor. It's pretty cool for, like, maybe harder faction stuff. Until you get High King Iron Gut, that is. Who's way better. Marilith is good. We just got Marilith. Really good mana generator early game. For, like, red. Or green, I guess. Green, mostly you do Leprechaun. But red, sometimes you have struggle to find a good red mana generator. So Marilith is a good one. We got that for the first time. Really good troop. Good to see. Ping Long's okay sometimes. You could do something with Black Beast, I guess. But I'm not gonna... It's not my style. Snow Viper's a little underrated. Yeah. So Marilith, we got Marilith, and we got the Great Maul. So there's like the 2 coolest things we got: the Great Maul and Marilith. Thought I saw Leprechaun there. Leprechaun is in the summoning stones this week. If you are having trouble getting it for some reason, let me open these, and then I'll show you. Okay, this guy's an empowered converter. These are nice to have. So we did not get a mythic, but never ever. This is another place where you could just destroy your gem stack for nothing. You know, you're throwing your gems down the toilet if you do that. We got event keys, but we're not going to do it for Forest of Thorns. We're going to wait to a better kingdom. We have guild seals, but we want to wait till that says level 6. Shiny keys, pretty much no reason to open them right now. I'm just going to keep saving. I only got 5 anyway. So we're done opening keys. We got the Great Maul, and we got Marilith, pretty much. So that's that. Now, next thing I like to check is the XP booster. Yoke's here. It wants us to complete the 3 battle tasks in the daily plunder menu. That means adventure board. Adventure board. I've already done that, and this will just happen. So we just need to go do the adventure board, and we will get our XP booster. So let's do it. Dailies. Got glory, souls, and shards. Let's finish up the glory one first. I left the hardest fight in each one for the stream. So that's our team. This is our Rowan team where we're not sure if we need to boost or not. Like, we use the Maraji Queen right now just in City of Thieves on level 20 because we know we can clear in one shot without boosting Rowan. For everything else, we're not sure if we're going to be able to kill in one shot with Rowan without boosting, so I'm still using Clockwork Sphinx. Eventually, when we have more stats, we might switch to Maraji Queen for everything. But for now, it's kind of like, depends where you're at. So you see I'm not using Maraji Queen on these. I probably could, but I'm still thinking I might need to boost in certain situations on the harder fights. So we cast our Leprechaun. Fills our Rowan. We cast our Rowan. Well, we might need to boost. It's a little bit... They have a little bit more stats. So let's go ahead and boost a little bit. Boost up. We'll do the boosty dance. The Rowan boost... Oh, they drained me or something, huh? Alright, there we go. Do the boosty dance. The Clockwork Sphinx cast it on red or yellow to get up the cog, then cast the cog on Rowan dance. This is stupid. One of the dumbest things in the game. It's for money. It's real money. So it's dumb. Alright. Last one. This one's hard. It's 9,600. So let's see how we do. I've not run up against a fight that I can't do now. That happened around probably level 200 something. Once you have the Golden Cog and the Clockwork Sphinx and some sort of guard medals and you're in a good guild, and you should be able to do pretty much any fight. You just boost up. You just boost, 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 boost. Maybe you cast Cog twice. Maybe you cast Rowan or Clockwork Sphinx twice. Maybe you have to cast Rowan twice. But you just boost, 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 boost. And you can do almost anything at this point. This is a pretty hard fight, level 9600. And we're going to be fine. Alright, Rowan. Or I mean, Leprechaun, sorry. We do have to boost. We want to boost, boost, boost. Might even take Skulls. They're entangled, so if they take Skulls, it wastes their turn, so I'm going to leave them there. Boost up. They wasted their turn. Cast this on red. Waste their turn again. Boost up. 254. That is probably... That might be enough. I think it's like half of your armor. If that equals their durability. It'll be close. I think we need to boost one more time. Some of them are over 100. But we do like 125. Let's see if it works. So none of them are over 125. Let's see if this works. And half of our armor is 125. There you go. So that'd be your calculation if you want to know how much to boost Rowan. I think it's something like that. You might be better at math than me. I might not be perfect. But it's something like half of your armor. Half of Rowan's armor is how hard it's going to hit each enemy. If you want to know how much to boost your Rowan up. It's around that. It's around there. Might be slightly different, but it's what I go for, and it works. Alright, so our adventure board is done. That also satisfies the XP booster. So all we got to do now is this, which is just going to happen. You see it's increasing without even trying. So that's our first thing. We get this done. We do the adventure board. That's done. I don't collect because I want it to go to my mail. Or anyway, this. So I'm not going to collect that. I want it to go to my mail so I can use it whenever I want. Let's see. Dungeon would be next. Dungeon. So do your dungeon every day. Just like you're doing your XP booster every day. You're going to do your adventure board every day. You're going to do your dungeon every day. And you're going to do your City of Thieves 3 times a day on level 20 every day. That's where we're at right now. It's where most, even mid-game players should be doing that before they go do other things. So before we go, like, open more kingdoms, we're going to do this every day. XP booster, adventure board, dungeon, City of Thieves 3 times on level 20. Then we go do our kingdom quests, our class quests. That's what's next for us. If you already have all your kingdoms open and all your classes open and all your factions open and you're done with all that, the next thing you might do is like your guild event or your single player event or something like that. Maybe Underspire, maybe PvP. Sauna with the gifted, thank you so much. Always good not to have a goose egg. Running out there, checking on it. You know, the train is still recovering. It's almost recovered. Taking some soup out there to it, giving it a blankie. You know, making sure it's okay, making sure it's breathing. You're watching it, making sure it's moving a little bit while it sleeps. It's breathing a little bit, you know, making sure it's breathing. Thank you so much. We did really good last month. You know me, I'm completely honest. We had our second best month of the year last month. Can you believe it? I was like so stressed out and stuff, but somehow with that chatathon just put us up to where we had our second best month of the year. Or no, third best. I think it's third best. Second best, first, it's like our best month in the last 6 months is what it was. And it's like our third best month in this year. So I think it was like January was awesome. Maybe it's our second best. I don't know. But in the last year, it's like top 3. And for 2025, I think it's top 2, top 3. And then for the last 6 months, it was our best month. So really good. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Let's keep it up, though. All right, so I've been picking the same rooms every day. I'm still on level 1. I haven't gone down. I think I could. I think I could start going down because I've been crushing it every time, no matter what. But I'm still kind of waiting till I get Queen Beatrix. I think that's my signal. Once I get Queen Beatrix and fully trait Queen Beatrix, that's going to be my signal to start going down the stairs. You're not going to like miss. It's going to continuously ask you to go down the stairs until you actually do it. So it's not like you're missing out on going down. You're missing out on a little bit of extra resources, like by staying on level 1, but we're also keeping it easy, making sure we're doing it every day, and I think it's kind of like, you know, if you want to do push-ups every day, you start by doing like 5, and you keep it easy. That way you're like doing them. Like, oh, it's not that hard. I'll do 5 push-ups, and you do 5 push-ups, and then the next day it's not that hard. You do 5. And the next day you do 5. Next day you do 5 until you're doing 5 every day, and you're like not even worried about it because it's so easy. And then when it's like super easy, you start doing more. So we're doing like our little, you know, dungeon, making sure we're doing it every day, picking the same 3 rooms so RNG doesn't get us. We'll eventually go down, you know. No rush. I just want you to be doing it every day. That's the main thing. All these things, I just want you to do them every day. Whether you do treasure multiplier order in City of Thieves or not, no big deal. As long as you're doing it all the rooms every day. Same thing here. Whether you're on level 1 or level 5 or level 10, I don't care. You could be on level 1 for months if you want. As long as you're doing it every day. So this is going to be a harder fight. It's like the dungeon, so we're going to have to boost a little bit. So let's do this. I missed an extra turn, dummy. Alright, let's do this. We're going to boost a little more. We can check. Look, they have 82. So their most is 82, so we need this to be like 160. So we're going to keep boosting. Alright, we're not there yet. We're going to have to boost with the cog one more time. Ooh, they're hitting me. Dungeon isn't easy, but you can just keep trying it. You can just keep trying it. It's no big deal. Alright, that should be enough. They were barriered. It's alright, though. Let's just do this. Got barrier again. It's kind of annoying. Let's knock that one. Okay, now if we kill it, they can't do that again. Let's do blue. Alright, we win. So I'm getting emeralds. Oh yeah, the summoning stone. So this is important. We're getting emeralds today. Okay? Diamonds is the thing we're really after, but we're also getting jewels, emeralds. These are for weapons, these are for summoning stones, these are for deeds, maybe even celestials, stuff like that. Diamonds are for crafting mythics in the Soul Forge, or weapons, or legendaries, but mostly you're saving them up for mythics and like certain weapons. Let's go look at that real quick before I finish this off. So, Soul Forge, troops, check this out. Right here's leprechauns. If you don't have them, you should have them by the end of this week. You know, I could do this. Let's see how many I could do. Because I could do 10 times. I could do 10 times right now. Do you think would be enough? There's 8 of them. If you do 8, you should get it. But, you know, 10 you think would be enough to get the leprechaun. You don't want to do this a lot. But for leprechaun, it's okay if you don't have leprechaun. Because you want your jewels for other things. Like weapons take jewels. Look how many? 400. So you don't really want to be doing that. Also to keep your... Like you see how I keep this, I don't move them into diamonds. That way I can move them into whatever I want. So we had a person the other day, I don't know if it was Horth, I think it was Horth. They were or somebody was looking for leprechaun still, and they were going into the summoning stones because we saw that leprechaun was in the green summoning stones. I'm like, just open some of those and maybe you'll get leprechaun. And they opened some and they did not get leprechaun, right? So today you're going to get more green jewels because it's green day when I come around in the dungeon. And then you also should have shards to like make more green jewels. Like, don't be doing this. See how I can do this? It's like very tempting to get another 190 diamonds. You can do that whenever you want those. Why do it now? Because what if I do need more greens? I could get 380 more greens right now if I needed it. Because I didn't do that. So let's say leprechaun's there and you use all your green jewels and you don't get leprechaun. Well, if you didn't turn all your shards to diamonds already, you could do this, get more, and then go back, and you would have enough to do, like, however many more, like 6 more pulls. Which you definitely should get it if you do, like, that many. And then you got the dungeon where you can go get even more jewels. But anyway, I just wanted to say, Leprechaun's in here right now. If you don't have Leprechaun, you can get it right now. And we just had a vault event. There's so many reasons why you shouldn't be out of jewels, and you should have enough jewels to get Leprechaun right now that I don't even feel bad if you can't get it. We just had a vault event. You should have plenty of jewels after that vault event. If you don't, open up your vault keys that you got from that vault event. You should get enough jewels. You know, you should have been doing your dungeon every day for the past however many weeks, and that would give you jewels. You shouldn't have turned your shards straight to diamonds. That way you can turn the shards into jewels if you need to. You still got a dungeon today you can do, and buy the offer even if you need to. We'll go look at that. Then we got another vault event this weekend. Before Leprechaun even leaves the Soul Forge, we have another vault event. You could go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, super hard, get a bunch of vault keys, open them Sunday night, get a bunch of jewels, and still get Leprechaun. So it's just like so many ways. You should just have Leprechaun before this week is over. There's no good excuse not to. Unless you're just not following the advice, or you just don't have a lot of time, or whatever it may be. Because you could definitely get it if you wanted it. If you wanted it, you could get it this week. Anybody. But yeah, the dungeon. So we're getting green jewels today, so there's an offer here too. So you could buy this, get another 100. You could buy... On PlayStation, this is for gems. It's like 150 gems. You could do this one too on PlayStation, but on PC Mobile, it's money. I would never do that. But yeah, you could get another 100 right here if you wanted. That'd be 2 more pulls. And yeah, if you're on PlayStation, you can do this one and get another 200. But on everything else, I think it costs real money, which I wouldn't do. Alright, let's see. Okay, so we got the Life Altar. We give 20% bonus life to all allies at the start of battle. That's a good one. Alright, we got a Curse Trap, so we're not going to get a perfect. Another thing you're trying for here in the dungeon is to get a perfect, which means you get all fights, or you get no traps. I guess it really means you get no traps, because you could get the fight, and then the Life Altar, and then the stairs, and then a fight, and still be a perfect. But if you get a trap, it's not perfect, so we got a trap. If you get a perfect, you get Dragonite, which is is the resource for opening dragon eggs to try for those 6 different dragons to get Chrysantherax, Stellarix. It's a Soul Forge thing. So I'm not going to get a perfect today, but I'm still doing the dungeon because I still need jewels, I still need diamonds every day. Don't want to be a Gems of War idiot. Don't want to be an American idiot. Can I do the faction event? I could, but I don't think it's a good usage of my time at the moment because I still need to open up more kingdoms. I'm gonna start doing single player events once I have all my kingdoms open, I think. So right now we're not doing single player events. So, you know, guild events we are because we want to stay in the guild. So we're doing a little bit at least. I don't want to like do too much too soon. Like, if you have extra time after doing all these things that I'm doing right now, if you have extra time after doing the XP booster and the adventure board and the dungeon and City of Thieves 3 times, you know, if you have extra time after that, then you would get all your kingdoms opened. And if you get all your kingdoms open, you would go get all your factions open. And if you get all your factions open, then you would maybe do your guild event. And then if you do your guild event, then you would do your single player event after that. So that's kind of the progression. But once we have all of our kingdoms open, that takes one thing off our plate, and we could maybe add the single player event to the plate instead. So right now I'm not doing the faction event on Tuesday. I'd probably do the pet on Wednesday if I can, because it's just quick. Thursday I'm not doing the class event, and on the weekend I'm not doing the weekend single player event. Not yet. Very soon, though. It's something you need to do. We need to do that, but we just can't do it yet because we don't. I'd rather get all my kingdoms opened, basically. So I'm gonna spend my time on that instead. Alright, we need like 100 armor. Looks like about 100. So we got 52. Okay, that should be enough. Actually not. We need 200 armor, because it's half of your armor. So we need 200. It's around there. Somebody might correct me, but it's a good starting point as to like how much armor you need to kill. Need about 200 armor. Now we need a little bit less because there's only 3 enemies. So that might be enough now. 50 emeralds, 10 diamonds, 200 shards, 2 class experience. Once I get to level 70 on Archer, I think I'm going to switch to a different class. I might switch now. We got Titan open. I should probably do Titan. I want to see how close I am to level 70, though. That's a nice little soft cap. Alright, Toxic Trap. Plus, Archer has a green storm. It's good for this team. So as long as I'm not level 100 on Archer, it's still worth doing. Archer's a good class. Archer's the green class. Rowan's green. So I don't feel bad yet about still doing Archer. I can check on it, though. We're level 63. So I think it's worth waiting till I get to 70. 70 would give me another, like, even though it's not very good, it's like I might as well go to 70 at this point. I'm on 63. So, but once I hit 70, it's like, there's nothing really good at 100. So I'll probably switch to Titan or Elementalist or something once I get to 70 on Archer here. I might use Archer. I might like switch to Titan for certain things, switch to Elementalist for certain things, and then I might still use Archer like for other certain things if I really want the Green Storm. Anyway, what are we doing? Dungeon. Let's finish it up. Chad Angelo, holy cow, it's been a while, man. Good to see ya. Another new mistake I could have prevented, yeah. Looks like another question up there. Does it make sense to get Fireball and Heroism Scrolls for the Tower of Doom? Yes. Whose question is that? Let me go up in the chat. Maybe I missed something. Starla's here. We got Sana. Sana with the Gifted. Chaos Shards and Adventure Board. Chad's at work. Jamrix. Yoke the Ham. Cornish Alex. How's it going? Cornish Alex 98. Sorry if your name is something else. You know how it goes. Sana running out there, making sure we don't have a goose egg. Appreciate it. A couple of battles and I level up. I know. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, this game, hero level doesn't mean a thing. You see somebody that's level 1000, that doesn't mean anything. They could be amazing or they could suck butt. Tyrion says, finished Ilathea faction last night on alt, 2 down, 36 to go. Gonna be a minute on 3rd, even if I push, but finally getting some major progress again. So somebody has a question, does it make sense to get Fireball and Heroism Scroll for the Tower of Doom? Yes. Oh, here is a question. Why it makes sense is because you can use those higher up in the tower on harder fights. That's why. So if you get a Heroism Scroll, it clears an entire floor. So if there's a Heroism Scroll on floor 7, so you go in a room on floor 7 and you get a Heroism Scroll, now you can take that Heroism Scroll to floor 25 where the fights are super hard, and you can just push a button and clear the whole floor. So you did a really easy fight down on floor 7 to get a scroll that allows you to clear an entire floor way up on floor 25. That's why Heroism Scrolls are good. Fireball Scroll, same thing, just a little bit less good. So you would go, let's say it's floor 8. There's a Fireball Scroll in one of the rooms on floor 8. You go into that room, you get the Fireball Scroll, and then you take it up to floor 23. Now you're on floor 23 and there's a 5 room. And you want to clear that 5 room with your Fireball Scroll without doing the fight. So it's smarter to do an easy fight. You're like substituting an easy fight for a harder fight later. You know what I mean? So you're doing an easy fight now so you don't have to do a harder fight later. It's smart. Or a whole floor on a harder floor later for the heroism. It's even lesser for like the haste scroll. You're doing an easy fight to get an extra turn. So later on, maybe you double up on sigils to make the fight easier later. in a harder fight. It's like the same concept for Fireball, Heroism, and Haste. You're doing an easy fight now, so you can make a harder fight later, either obsolete or easier. Alright, so how much do we need? They got 75-ish, so we need 150 armor. Clear every enemy in one shot. I'm gonna wait till I have it. At least 150. Alright, we got it now. They're all dead. Alright, I think we're back. Shards are to turn into anything you want, really. You could turn them into emeralds, you could turn them into diamonds, you could turn them into amethyst. Alright, let's make sure I didn't miss any other questions before we keep going. I already answered the faction event question. Chad Angelo's here, that's crazy. You haven't played in 2 years? Hell yeah, keeping it real. Beg's here. Alright, so we're done with our dungeon now. If you need even more emeralds, don't forget you could do this. I think it would be worth it to get Leprechaun to spend 50 gems. Alright, so we got our XP booster done, our adventure board done, and our dungeon done. So next up for this account, for this point of the game, we're going to go do our City of Thieves 3 times, which is right here. Okay, so I already did it once. I wanted to get it going. So this is my second go through of the day. Still on level 20, notice. Just don't go past level 20. Same thing as not going down the stairs in the dungeon. Same thing if you're doing like a bounty event, you stay on fight number 15. You're just making sure you can get it done, get a bunch of resources, make it easy every day, 3 times a day. Plus there's some weird extra loot for being on level 20. I don't know how to explain it. Let's go. Let's get it. Should be Leprechaun Rowan every single fight. Gonna be super easy, super fast every day. I'm gonna do treasure multiplier order because that's me. That's what I do. So I want all the treasure. So 1.4. And nothing else can be higher than that. So I've already explained that before. If it's a 5 room, it can only go up to 1.5. If it's a 4 room, it can only go up to 1.4. If it's a 3 room, it can only go up to 1.3. And if it's a 2 room, it can only go up to 1.2. So if there's a 5 room that says 1.4, you only need to check the 4 rooms because the 3 and the 2 can't be higher than 1.4. That's like, you don't really need to be, you don't need to know that, but eventually maybe. So we Leprechaun, we Rowan. That's it. Easy. Look at the gold. Look at the 2 class experience. That doesn't happen everywhere. 1.3, 1.3, 1.2. I'm looking right here, by the way. You could do that if you want, but I can just see it when it's like that. So we got to check that. It's 1.2. This can't be 1.3, so we're going to go here. Leprechaun Rowan. We got it set up to where that's all we have to do. Now that time there's only 3 green on the board, so guess that'll happen occasionally. There she is. And that also happens occasionally. They summon or have a loyal mount. Let's do purple? No. Alright, whatever. No big deal. Another 1,500 gold, right? We just got that done. Our XP booster just got done, I think. 2 class experience. Gold. Another 1.3, let's go. Campaign giving purple deeds right now, that's good. It's good for middle and end game players, for sure. We're still trying to level all our kingdoms with just gold right now, but you should get deeds when you can. They're hard to get, so you're gonna need them forever. Another 1,000. You see how good factions are for gold? So people are missing probably on their accounts. They're not doing faction stuff. Like today, you should be doing the faction event if you're not a beginner. Whether you have it on 500 or 250 or 0, it doesn't matter what your Primal Rift is on. You don't get to, like, get to 500 on Primal Rift and say, now I never have to do faction events again. That's not a thing. It's like a lazy person making up stuff. Making up reasons to be lazy, kind of. That boils my blood when I see somebody say that. Especially in front of other people. If you keep it to yourself, keep your laziness to yourself. Don't say it in front of other people who might also adopt your laziness. Not doing faction events. 1.2, let's go. If you're playing the game today, the best thing you can be doing is the single player faction event. You know, after, of course, doing your XP booster, adventure board, and dungeon. Like, if you already have every troop in the underworld, and you already have all your horde levels to a certain point, and you're, like, trying to get them to 500 and stuff, you don't have to do City of Thieves 3 times a day anymore. But a lot of people should do it for quite a while. Like half of your Gems of War career. Like, halfway through the game. That's about when you stop farming City of Thieves. We're going to be doing 3 times a day City of Thieves for quite a while. Until we have every single troop down there. And every faction, every troop fully ascended, every horde level on at least 100, 111. So it takes a while. You're doing this for a long time. It's going to be a daily for you. Get 3 sigils a day. It's super fast though, you know? It's not like that bad. See, we just bang, boom, dead. That's why we set it up like this. That's why we're using Rowan. That's why we get Maraji Queen first. So we can make it super fast. Alright, we're evening them out now. So the lower one. We already got all our mastery weapons. Alright, boss fight. See how many shards we get. Sometimes you get 0. Sometimes you'll get a lot. I can't guarantee you're going to get a bunch of shards, but I can say you'll get a bunch of gold and hero and class experience. 2,000 gold. Alright, we got 84. Not too bad. Bunch of souls, too. 2,500 souls. Alright, this is our last one. One thing I didn't mention yet is, let's say you don't have a lot of time today, you could just load this in. You could click this, and it'll save it for you for tomorrow. So you can do 4 City of Thieves tomorrow. It's only on the last one. So it says we have 0 now. We used it. Use it or lose it. We technically used it. So this will save for tomorrow. Like, if I didn't feel like doing this right now, I could do it tomorrow. And I'm not losing anything. It'll still give me 3 more. So I'll do 4 tomorrow, pretty much. You can do that. You can save turns all over the place if you needed to. Like, if today you log into the game and you just don't have time at all, you can get on. You could, like, start one in City of Thieves, and then go start one in Sunken Fleet, and then go start one somewhere else, and that would use up all 3 sigils and save them for the next day. And then you'd get 3 more the next day. But since we're trying to do City of Thieves 3 times a day, every day, we don't want to do that, because then it would like save one over here instead of doing it in City of Thieves. It would save in Sunken Fleet. So you don't want to do that right now, but later on, when you're done farming City of Thieves and you don't want to lose your sigils, you could save them in different factions and technically not have to do it that day. Eventually you got to pay the piper. You can't do it forever. But there's 38 factions. If you wanted to, you could put them off for a little while. By loading in a different faction every day. Three different factions every day, you could, but just something to mention. I'm not recommending it at the moment, but if you want, you could do 2. The only thing that applies to the beginner person is you could do 2 City of Thieves today if you don't have enough, say you have less time today, but you have more time tomorrow, you could do 2 today and then load 1 in and not do it. And then it'll be there tomorrow and you can do 4 tomorrow. So you're still doing 6. You're just doing 2 today, 4 tomorrow instead of 3 today, 3 tomorrow. That's one thing if you don't have time to mention. All right, let's go finish it up and then we'll go open some more portals, see if we can get a fully ascended Maraji Queen. Or we could go like see if we can get Queen Beatrix or King Gobtruffle. Like I don't have to fully ascend Maraji Queen. I just didn't feel like doing the other quests last time, but maybe we'll try for something else, maybe. Let's go try, because it'd be cool to get a copy of the Maraji Queen, a copy of Queen Beatrix. You don't have to, like, fully ascend one and then go fully ascend one. You could just get a copy of each first if you want. It's almost probably better to, like, get a Maraji Queen and then get a Queen Beatrix than to fully ascend Maraji Queen and then fully ascend Queen Beatrix. Like, you might want to just grab one of each first. I was just being lazy last stream. Didn't want to do the quest. But yeah, let's finish this up. One more. Yoke says, so is like a free room for Tower of Doom? Talking about the haste or what? Yeah, haste is, pretty much. Tyrion says you basically have to be me to skip faction event, and even then it's still worth considering. Yeah, if you ever gold farm Tyrion, you should probably just do faction events. Because you'll get other loot too. I don't know that you gold farm though, you probably don't need to. If you have like so much gold you're never going to be able to spend it all, then yeah, don't do faction events. But I feel like there's people out there who complain about gold and they go and they gold farm and waste time in Explorer 12 or Explorer 10 or something. But then they don't do their faction. I 100% would bet money on it that there's people out there doing that. I just know this community really well. Half of them watch me and half of them are really strange. Alright, 1.3, 1.3, 1.4. So that's the danger of me like doing a channel. Like if there's people out there giving really strange advice. So then sometimes people bring it here just to double check, and I'm like, no, don't do that. There's somebody on the forum today. I was on the forum and they were like, is there like, if I open keys, is there a different chance for me than somebody else that I get a mythic? Because I didn't have very good luck when I opened keys, and this other person got 3 of... First of all, you probably shouldn't even be opening keys because you're going for something stupid. Second of all, that's not even the point though. Second of all, nobody asked this person what chest level they were on. Not even the dev. I'm like, that'd be my first question. They're like, I used 80,000 guild seals, I used this many glory keys, and I used this many gem keys or something. And then they're like, somebody said something, and then a dev said something, and then like 5 other people said something. Not a single person asked them what chest level they were on for their seals, because that's the only way that their chest could have a different chance than somebody else's chest. Not even the dev mentioned it. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, I feel like I'm smarter than the devs sometimes about this game. So what does that say about like just random, you know, random person out there thinks they know? Random guild leader out there somewhere, you know, just telling their whole guild wrong information. 3,000 gold pretty much. 1.3, I always forget. 1.3, 1.3, and 1.2. So we do the smaller, like the less rare room first, if they're the same. 1.3, 1.3. But if you do the less rare room first, you're building your multiplier up, and the rarer room has more loot. So you want to build your multiplier up higher before you hit the room with more loot. Pretty much. That's the theory. That's the thinking, the stinking thinking on it. Really not that big of a deal, though. treasure multiplier order. I'd rather just see you do all the rooms, do it every day. Gold, but that may be why I'm getting so much gold and stuff like that. Because I'm doing it right. 1.25. Okay, it's 1.3, right? This one's not it. Alright, it's this one. If it's like the difference between you doing it or not, like, oh, I don't want to do treasure multiplier order, that sounds stupid. Well, just don't do it then. It's no big deal. Getting like 100 souls a fight too. Adds up. 9 fights. It's 900 souls. When I do it 3 times, it's like 3,000 souls a day at least. You saw I got like a bunch of souls out of the chest last time too. It's like that's at least. Get lots of stuff from this. It's not just gold farming. It's not just getting troops. Getting lots of stuff. Class experience. Gold. Look at that gold. Glory's like stacking. Souls are stacking. I'm gonna do the purple rooms, then the blue room. Yeah, I know. I think I know. I like knew that you already knew, Yoke. It's a good question. I like when people ask me softball questions because you never know who's out there like listening that needed to know the answer for that. Sometimes I want you guys to ask me questions you already know the answer to. Tana says, yes, Yoke. Just like haste is a room where you use a free sigil. Yep, pretty much. You enter a haste room, you get a haste scroll, which means you didn't use a sigil for that room pretty much. It's like a free room. The real thing, I think, like a haste scroll is helping you get to a Vow Raven faster, so give you more sigils. Like you might go in a haste room and feel like you didn't get anything and it was a waste of time, but it's still a good thing to do because it's another fight you did for free that now you're going to see a Vow Raven faster and get your sigils faster. It should be. You should go in haste rooms. I know it doesn't feel like you're doing anything when you do it, but you are. It's good. Alright, so this, I'm not going to spend 50,000 gold. Okay, and I'm not going to spend gems right now on this. Maybe later. I'm just going to skip. You don't have to buy something. If you don't like either offer, you don't have to buy it. That's too much gold. It's too rich for my blood. And I didn't like the gem offer, so I'm not going to buy anything. Another good thing about factions. See how they just keep stacking and I don't even know, I don't even say them all? You get merchants and angels down here too. Might be where I'm getting my global medals. Maybe I don't even know what I talk about the daily offer mostly and like being in a good guild as far as getting my globals, but maybe it's because I do City of Thieves 3 times a day and a merchant is popping up more often and that's why I'm getting global medals with gems. So you gotta follow the advice without even really hearing why. You know, like every reason why. Just trust me, bro. I'm usually right. Like, ask the chat. I'm usually right. And I'm usually right, even more right than I thought, for multiple more reasons that I didn't even mention. Hell yeah, Yoke. Appreciate it. Tyrion says if I'm gold farming, it's AFK autoplay Explorer 12. Okay, that's cool. Beg says this has to be the easiest TOD ever. Stella, Chrysanthrax, Leprechaun, and Weapon. That's cool. Yeah, I'm doing a Bog Strider, Chrysanthrax, Leprechaun, and Weapon. Sana says which faction is also good to farm. Okay, so yeah, if you screwed up your City of Thieves and went past level 20, which is totally like an honest mistake, maybe you just didn't see the channel soon enough or something. I say the Warrens is my second favorite because you can use like, especially if you have Cedric, which you should, because you're doing the vault event super hard and opening vault keys, and he's pretty easy to get if you're doing that. You could do the skeleton key, like, and that give you even more gold. So But don't get tempted into like doing the Warrens instead of City of Thieves just because there's more gold. Because City of Thieves is faster, easier, you're more likely to do it every day, 3 times a day. And you'll get more shards and other stuff. But yeah, if I screwed up City of Thieves, maybe I would go do the Warrens probably. You get a trait stone in the Warrens, which is unique. It's like a green-yellow. Like every time you run through, you get a trait stone. Arcane. There's lots of good gold rooms there, and you can use the skeleton key like gold farming team there. So it's like, I always forget. It's like Cedric, skeleton key, egg thief, leprechaun, or greed. I think it's greed. It's some order. It's Cedric, skeleton key, egg thief, and greed. But I forget the order that you put them in. I know greed is in last slot. And they're all like different colors, so it doesn't really matter what order you put them in, honestly. Cedric is blue-yellow, the key is brown, and Egg Thief is green-red, so as long as you put Greed in last slot, pretty much can't go wrong. I wouldn't put Egg Thief in first slot because it summons, like if you happen to die. So Egg Thief doesn't go in first slot, and Greed definitely goes in last slot. I know that. I think you put Cedric in first slot just because if he dies, it's no big deal. So it's like Cedric. I think that I do Cedric, Skeleton Key, Egg Thief, Greed. Because you're not blocking anything with anything, so. And then Egg Thief in third slot. In case you have a really hard fight, you can summon and not lose her. But that'd be my second choice. Third choice, probably Silver Necropolis. I think you can use the Rowan team there. I think. It's like blue. Maybe not. I think it's like blue-purple. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's like brown-green or something. No. I don't know. Silver Necropolis is a good one too. But when you do City of Thieves, because it's a really good treasure room, has a good multipliers, good treasure rooms, a good like bonus and everything. It's easy, and you can use the Rowan team. Not the end of the world, though. If you, this is not the end of the world. You can do the Warrens. You can do Silver Necropolis. Those are the 3 I know that are good for farming. Somehow you screwed all 3 of those up, then just do City of Thieves on level 50. Okay, another merchant. Nice. Come on, give me some medals, punk. I think I'll buy that. It's only 4,000. I still need to do some weapons. The other one was like 50,000. One mistake you can make, that's an honest mistake, is accidentally clicking on the boss fight before you do every other fight. Don't do that. Like, don't fight the boss fight. Do every room that's not the boss, and then do the boss fight. You could click on the boss fight and do the fight almost whenever you want. So don't do that until you do every other fight first. It's like it's just annoying, you know? You do that. It's not going to ruin anything. It's just you get less loot. And you kind of wasted a sigil that day. But just don't do it again. Try to be more careful. I think I've done that before on accident. You like do the first room, you click, you do another room, you do another room, you get distracted, you come back and you accidentally hit the boss fight. 2,000 gold there. You see how this layout is? You can pretty much do the boss fight. You could do this fight, then this fight, and then you could do the boss. So, say you do this fight, and then this fight's the highest multiplier, you do that one. And then you like go do something, and you come back, and you're like, click, boom. Oops. When you should have did all these other fights first. To make your chest level higher, to get your multiplier higher, to get more loot. Look at that. That's not bad either. You know, you're not going to get thousands of shards, but they add up. You get hundreds, get 100 here, 100 there, 50 here, 50 there. That's why you got to do it 3 times a day, every day. That way, by the end of the week, you have like 2,000. But the gold, man, I don't know how much I got. Probably getting 50k per run through, so like 150k a day from doing this. So look, that's almost 27,000 just out of the chest. And you saw us getting 2,000 per, almost 2,000 per fight. There's 9 fights. So was that a crazy statement? It's pretty close. Let's just say, it's 40k, 40k. 40k per. So it's 120,000 gold you're getting every day as a beginner if you do this. That's enough to do one whole kingdom. You should be able to do a whole kingdom to level 10 every day off of City of Thieves only. You don't have to take from your gold stack at all. You log into the game, you do City of Thieves 3 times, boom, you can get a kingdom to level 10 without touching your gold stack at all. It pays for itself. Alright, we're done. We can't do any more. We did all 3. Alright, we got 700 shards. We're going to want to up this to 111 before we stop. You can do it higher if you want. If you want to make it even easier, you make... I don't know that we need to, because we're casting Leprechaun, casting Rowan, we're winning. I don't think we can make it any faster, but if you wanted to, you could keep going. But I think 111 is a good stopping point for that. Whenever you're one-shotting with your Rowan every time, stop. But let's try to get a different troop. We already got Maraji Queen. The next one I would recommend, so Maraji Queen was first. We start here, we farm it 3 times a day every day. We get the Horde level up, we get the quality up. Till we're on quality 10 and Horde level 111. And then we go, where we get our treasure to do that was Sunken Fleet. So we had to do this quest, and we were opening portals here, getting treasure, and getting the Maraji Queen. The Maraji Queen then made our Rowan team better for City of Thieves and faster. As we were getting treasure to up our Horde level to make it faster. As we were upping our quality to make the loot better. So, you see how it's all like contributing to making everything better? But now that we already have the Maraji Queen, we're going to go get maybe Queen Beatrix will be next. So, that is the Deep Hive. Because we need her for dungeon. We want to be able to go down, get more loot in the dungeon every day, go down the stairs, and to be able to handle a super hard dungeon with the worst traps, we're going to need Queen Beatrix, and we're going to need her Royal Honey. Because her Royal Honey cleanses on 4 or 5 gym match. So we can have Death Trap and Silence Trap. If we get an extra turn, it cleanses our whole team, and now we don't have that. So we'll be able to handle harder and harder dungeons if we can get her right there. So we're going to do this quest. You can use this team. Same team. So today's stream might, maybe it should be called Getting Queen Beatrix, but I don't know what we're going to get. So I can't title the stream like, hey, let's get Queen Beatrix, because I don't know if we're going to get it or not. So I have to kind of title these beginner streams like what happened last stream. Like, oh, we just got Maraji Queen and City of Thieves 3 times a day. So next stream might be called, hey, now we got Queen Beatrix, time to go down in the dungeon. But it'll give you an idea. Like, it says what level we are, and it says what we're doing. So around level 200 something, you're going to be doing City of Thieves 3 times a day and getting the Maraji Queen. So then maybe around level 250 you get Queen Beatrix, or 275 or something. I'll give you an idea of when it happens, or should be happening. Could happen earlier for you. If you play longer than me each day. I haven't been playing every day for 2 hours since I started this. I just recently started doing City of Thieves 3 times a day, like every day. Like, I haven't been playing that much either, so you could do everything I'm doing much faster too. Do we need to boost? Yeah, a little bit. I was just checking. I should have just looked at their numbers. Like half your armor. Half of Rowan's armor's how much damage you're gonna do. Alright. Green. Fight. To battle. So 41 So about 50. So we need about 100 armor. 100 armor. So we just need to cast Cog once. And that'll give us enough damage. How did Rowan only get 4 mana there? Moving me around. D&D bags. See how we're only getting 1 archer experience here? Get twice as much for doing City of Thieves. That's why it's good. Alright. So I didn't think ahead here to get this quest almost done. Probably should have. So we still got to do a couple of kingdom quests. But we don't have too much left to do. We're going to do this quest. Get Queen Beatrix. If we get it like super fast, maybe we'll go to Amani Thrax and try to get King Gobtruffle. But we're going to do this quest. Get Queen Beatrix hopefully. Or at least try to. Go back to City of Thieves, maybe up our Horde level. And then we're going to go finish off 3 Kingdom quests, which are like 9 fights. So, got about 15 fights left in the stream. Unless you guys go crazy or something like that. Right now we're just preventing the goose egg territory. Red. Need to get up. Rowan. I don't know why she ain't been getting up. There we go. It might be draining or something. Hopefully this is helping somebody out there. I noticed we haven't touched PvP yet. That's another thing. It's kind of like the single player events. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, and it's important to do, but we just have other things that we got to get done first. Like, put on your underwear before you put on your pants, right? Like, you're gonna put pants on. We're definitely putting pants on, but I'm not gonna put on my pants without putting on my underwear first. I mean, you could, I guess, and be flopping around, but you know, just like you could do PvP, you could do the single player event. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you from putting on pants without underwear either. And it's not even that bad of a thing. It's a really good metaphor, actually. You know, you could go do PvP and it's fine. You could go do your single player event and it's fine. But it's like putting your pants on before you put on your underwear. You'd be flopping around going commando, but it's not the end of the world. But we're just trying to put our underwear on, and then we'll put our pants on. Because PvP, you could go get an immortal, which might be smart. I always thought I would do that on these beginner, but I just haven't yet. It doesn't feel like the right time yet. Same thing with getting a dragon. I haven't got a dragon yet. I thought I'd have maybe enough for a dragon. I think after this next Vault event, we're going to have enough for a dragon. We'll probably get a dragon in the next week. I think by the time we're streaming, I would say not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. I bet you we have a dragon by then. So we're going to have a mythic within 10 days, I would say. And it might be a dragon again. That was the first mythic we got last time, too, was a dragon. Just like all the Vault events keep happening, we just keep stacking Dragonite. We're gonna open an egg and get a dragon, and that's a mythic. So that's probably gonna be the first mythic we get, unless we get lucky with keys between now and then. I'd say in about 10 days we'll have 10 days at the worst. At the most, we'll have our first mythic. Probably by the time we're level 350 at max, we'll have our first mythic. And it will be a good one. Instead of getting something random out of chests like Abnicia or Gargantuar or Aguara or something like that, we're going to get a dragon that hits all enemies. And it might be useful. Instead of a random mythic that may or may not be useful. So that's cool. I mean, I've been trying. I've been opening keys. Just haven't got one yet. Not necessary, though, which is cool. I don't really care. It's no big deal. Mythics are nothing to me. I think Rowan is super awesome right now. Could be better than some of the mythics we would get. We got a Guara right now. It wouldn't change anything I'm doing. I'd still do Rowan. We got Virago right now. It wouldn't change anything I'm doing. I'd still use this team right here. Same exact team. I wouldn't use Virago at all. If I got Amnesia, if I got Gargantuar, wouldn't change what I'm doing right now. And those are all mythics. Mythic just means rare. It doesn't mean good. But some of the best troops in the game are mythic. But doesn't mean they're good just because they're mythic, too. The devs probably want you to think, oh my god, I have to get a mythic or else I'm gotta spend money. It's not that big of a deal. You can play this whole game without using a mythic and just crush everything with legendaries. Even with just Rowan, you could, for real. Horth is here. How's it going? Did you ever get that leprechaun, dude? See what y'all are saying. Sorry. A little bit behind in the chat. Easiest TOD ever. Okay, Beg says, I still see no reason for a guild to go past room 25. It seems like a big waste of gems. It assumes that the guild maxed the rewards. I've not done a faction in a year. My underworld is 100% complete. That doesn't have anything to do with doing a faction, though. Having your underworld 100% complete is not a reason not to do a faction. But it's a good, hey, by the way. But one thing does not equal the other, though. Just because you haven't done a faction in a year, and the reason is not because you're 100% done. Because you still get resources from doing the faction event. You still get orbs. Do you have every single mythic in the game gold deleted? If you don't have every single mythic in the game gold deleted, why are you not doing faction events and getting orbs? Do you have enough gold to where you're never going to run out again in your life? Well, then, if you don't, then you should probably do faction events because you get a bunch of gold too. All your classes on 100 because you get 2 class experience for faction events. You have every weapon fully upgraded. You get a bunch of stuff from doing faction events. You get merchants. It's not just like the progression of the underworld, but I know you're just also mentioning that. I'm not saying you're using that's like your excuse. Tyrion says all TODs are easy, low level now. Yoke says heroism and fireball just like a haste scroll, just way better. Tyrion says Stella Chrysanthrax hero with required weapon. Why are y'all using or Stella or Chrysanthrax? Okay. I was gonna say, why are we using both? You do a gold dump around Christmas time? That's fun. 2 billion? Dang. Yeah, it is pretty easy. Chrysanthrax, TOD. Beg says they need to remove the faction troops from the guild drop tables. Tyrion says early game focus on green deeds until you get your Magic Kingdom Valkyrie. I might have gone green deeds depending on gold stack. You got it, Robert Armstrong? You're the one? Okay. Cool. Jets! Ingots are good, yep. Back in the day it was the Warrens, you're right. Trait stones, yep. Warren says trait stones. Yeah, they're so focused on getting mythics, they'll go after dookie ones with all their keys. No leprechaun yet, Horth? You're gonna get it. Alright, so somebody asked a question. Excuse me, sorry. No reason to go past 25 in TOD. The only reason I can think of is getting all rewards, right? So for your guild, your rewards for the guild. You know how that goes to like 16 now? I think if you break it down, everybody does have to go past 25. Like 25 is not high enough anymore. So, the reason somebody would go past 25, like the legit reason somebody would go past 25 in Tower of Doom, is because they want to get all rewards for their guild rewards for the event. So there's people at the bottom, you know, there's people that are in 20th and 21st, 22nd, 23rd at the bottom. They're going to like floor 10. You got to make up the difference. If every single person in the guild went to floor 26, that'd be one thing. And I don't even know if that would be enough. I'd be curious to know if that's enough or not. But, you know, it never happens. There's always somebody on vacation, somebody only going to floor 10, somebody going to floor 5, somebody going to floor 20. So then, like, other people have to make up the difference and go further. That's the only good excuse, because I agree that there's no reason to go to floor 80. There's no reason to go to floor 50. If your scout's going to floor 80, that's just... They think it's a cool thing, too. They're, like, flexing and like, oh, floor 80, In my head, I'm like, idiot. You know, like, why are you doing that? Nobody's going to go up there. Nobody cares what's in those rooms. And you're pushing, like, the important rooms off the guild chat by going that high. Like, let's say you're not doing any exterior, like, external, you know, a spreadsheet for your scouting. Let's say all your scouting is contained on your guild chat, and this person is going to floor 89, right? Your guild chat eventually falls off the top. So floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. If this dum-dum is going to floor 89, they're erasing floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. Not everybody does the entire Tower of Doom on Monday. So somebody might be looking for floor 1 on Wednesday. They might be looking for floor 10 on Thursday. And you're going to floor 89 for no good reason and knocking all the scouting. You're deleting all the other scouting that everybody needs. Everybody needs the scouting from floor 1 to floor 25. Barely anybody needs the scouting for floor 80. So in my head, the people going that high, I think they're dumb. I think they're idiots. In most cases, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say, like, because then here comes somebody that we know that went to floor 80, and, like, I don't mean you, just in general. I don't think it's necessary, and I don't know why you're doing it, so let me know. If your guild is that terrible that you have to go that high up in the tower, then you should probably leave and go to a better guild, because that would be the only other excuse. Like, I gotta go to floor 80 because nobody does nothing in my guild. Well, go leave. Leave the guild then. Screw those people. They're not helping. They're not your friends. They're not helping. Screw them. Get out of there. You don't need to go to floor 80. If you go to a real guild, you can go to floor 26 or floor 30 maybe. That's less than half. You're wasting your time and your gems. You're going in every single room to floor 80 when you could go in just certain rooms up to floor 26, and that would be enough. You're doing triple. You're doing more than triple. You're overdoing it. Overkill. Wasting your time. And that's, I tried to tell a friend this a long time ago, and they got mad. They just get mad at me, and they don't like me anymore. All I was trying to do is save them time, save them gems. Like, why are you going that high? Nobody's going up there, and you're just wasting your time. And the only other excuse would be, ooh, the Tower of Doom leaderboard. But guess what? It's stupid to win that. It's dumb to win that. It's a net negative. Nobody wants to win the Tower of Doom leaderboard, so that's not a good excuse either. So I agree with Beg that why are people going past floor 25, 26, but also got to make sure you get all rewards for the guild. So sometimes you do have to go higher. Like, I think floor 30 is more of the new floor 25 these days because they increased the amount of score you need to get all rewards. So instead of having one person go to floor 80 and then everybody else go to 25, if everybody would go to 30, then nobody would have to go to 80 type of stuff. Feed them those berries, yeah, and poop their pants. Mr. Taskmaster been a member for 40 months. He didn't, well, not welcome. He's doing his little shout-out thing. He was in the choir already, so that's just his little, everybody can do that. Anybody that's a member can do that. Just show how many months you've been a member. That's really long time. That's awesome, Mr. Taz. I can't believe it's been that long. Over 3 years? It's crazy, dude. Appreciate the continued support. I used to get confused by that. I thought that was somebody like joining up and adding to the train business. But it's just there. It's like a member, like showing how long they've been. Every member gets to do that at least once a month, right? You show off like how long you've been a member. Do it, everybody do it. Do it now, show me. Alright, we gotta get this stream over with. I've been talking too much today. Come on. Give me that Rowan. The fights are getting a little harder in this quest. Yeah, the Doom weapons you needed the scrolls for. The berries. That's funny. I need to start clipping some of that stuff. I wish I had like an editor person, like a person that would like timestamp when I start a crazy rant, and then they would, when the rant's over, they would timestamp that, you know, and then we would have like, okay, in this period of time is when you had that crazy rant, and then I could clip it and I can put out just rant videos. There you go. Tyrion did it too. 30 months. Just here so you don't get fined. Alright, boss fight, and then we're going to try to for Queen Beatrix, then we're going to open some more kingdoms, and that is it for today. Almost an hour and a half. Solid stream. Lost my chat. There it is. How many of those you didn't pay for? Probably, I'm going to guess, probably like 25 at least, right? I think you did it yourself a few times, right? I wish it was train business, Sauna. Alright. But members do keep the train going by being members. True, true. Alright. Okay, so we open that up. Now we can do this. So you have to do the quest first. You want to do a quest in every faction. If you have extra time, just go do them all. That way you have access to every faction. So when you have shards, you can just go try for stuff. I've just been a little bit too lazy. It's like the last thing I would do each day, probably. So I gotta do my XP booster, my adventure board, my dungeon, my 3 City of Thieves. Then I gotta do my guild event. Then I might go finish up some... I gotta do my kingdom quests. You know, all that other stuff. Let's see if we can get Queen Beatrix with 700. Not yet. This will show you like how long it might take. Not yet. Yep, still not, huh? I didn't get to see that. I don't know if we're gonna get it this time, y'all. That's why I didn't put it in the title. It's okay, though. Nope, no Queen Beatrix. Wait, one more. Nope, it's alright. But we're working towards. So every day when I'm doing my City of Thieves 3 times a day, I'm thinking, we're gonna get that Queen Beatrix, baby. It doesn't bother me we didn't get it on our first try. I'm not that type of person to get mad about it. Wasn't even that many shards, no big deal. But now we can take that treasure, up our horde level, make this even easier. Also, we're satisfying this. So we're gonna have max points for treasure horde level. So this is like your kingdom level and power for the underworld. We're gonna get more stats eventually for our entire account. Your horde level is just stats for that faction, for the when you're fighting in that faction. These stats right here are for your entire account, though. You're working towards getting more stats via this. Right here, 4,000 renown. 4,000 renown's the first stat. You get 500 renown per faction just for getting your horde level to 100. So we can get 19,000 renown just off of that, without really doing anything other than fighting in City of Thieves 3 times a day on level 20. You can fight in City of Thieves 3 times a day on level 20 and get 19,000 renown without fighting a single fight, a single harder fight in anywhere else at all. You could do that if you wanted to. You'd probably have even more because we got a little bit more for that, but just a little bit. So yeah, around 19,000. 38 kingdoms, 500 renown, 19,000. All right, let's up it. So now you can just add. You don't have to do the 100% chance thing. Just do your best treasure. You might not want to do it if you don't have good treasure because it costs more gold to do the crappy treasure. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to just sit here and throw coin purses in there because it's going to cost too much gold for too little of, like, a gain. So you kind of do want to have good treasure even when you're just doing your horde level up because you don't want to, like, spend too much gold. Like, it says 94,000. Look. 94,000. Level 92. You see what I mean? I don't know if I've ever showed this before in the game. That's why you don't just throw coin purses or gold rings in there. You, like, don't even want to spend those, honestly. Those suck. They just cost more for less. You don't want to use coin... Unless it's, like, the difference between getting to 100% or not when you're doing your quality. So, like, coin purse and gold ring are pretty much just for quality. They're not for horde level. Once your quality gets to 10, you kind of ignore these because they're too expensive. Unless it's like you're, okay, I'm going to get one more level. Maybe. But you see, like, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the good treasure. Level 100, 94,000 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the crappy treasure. Only level 92, same price. That's bad move. No good. Don't do that. So I'm just going to do this. Bang for my buck. I got 8 extra levels for the same price. Okay, now I got the Potion of Enchantment. You can see that right here if you want. Just opened up. But I want to go to 111 so I can get the Explode Potion and that magic. It's just a good habit. It's kind of like doing your adventure board every day, doing your dungeon every day, doing your XP booster every day. Get all your horde levels to at least 111. So, these I think are still worth it, but once you get... I'm not going to use these. These are ass. I should probably wait until I get more Sacred Treasure and Genie Lamps and King's Crowns if I wanted to be frugal. But I'll do this one more time. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only got to 102 for 103,000. So, I am kind of wasting money. I should probably wait, but I'm going to do it. It's not that bad. This is kind of like the, I don't know, should I? Treasure. This is the no, for sure, probably, I don't know, should I? Is this one. I'm going to go ahead and do it, though. I got lots of gold. If you didn't have a lot of gold, don't. Maybe just wait to get better treasure from opening portals. But you see now, I'm not touching these. I'm not going to go boop, 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 boop. Because that's 100,000 just for 2 more levels, you know? When I could wait and get more Sacred Treasure, more Genie Lamps, and get more levels for the same price. We're about to be like... We are going to have an Explode Potion, an Enchant Potion, a 50% start on Rowan, and a Leprechaun. Rowan is 100% getting up every single time, first shot. Once we get all that done. Like right now, it's already like a 90-something% chance that she gets up. But once we add Enchant and Explode Potion to that, an explosion's going to happen before every fight. And we're going to be enchanted. So we're going to get 2 mana per turn. And we're 50% started. And we have an Empowered Leprechaun we're going to explode after all that happens. So Rowan just fills up first turn every single freaking time. Second turn, whatever it is. That's the goal. That's what we're doing. We're going to make this so easy, it's crazy. Like a given. Alright, back up here because I need to finish these. It's only a few fights, and then we're going to get out of here for the day. Need to open some more kingdoms up. Got like 3 fights left. We're doing Shin Tang. We'll finish up Shin Tang. Anything over 100 quality 10 is a waste until you are going for max faction, in my opinion. I just want the explode potion. I think it's worth getting. Makes that stuff way easy. Might be right, though, if you're being, like, super frugal. I just want it to be a thing that you don't have to think twice about. It's just like a 111's not that much further. And it starts to start to understand, like, soft caps and what to go to. 111, 133, 155, 177. So people aren't going to, like, 113 or 156 or go to the soft caps. 111's the first soft cap. 100's probably the first soft cap, but 111's the first, like, real soft cap. Where you get a potion and a magic at the same time. It's a good place to stop. Alright, we leveled. It doesn't really matter here. Whatever one we feel like picking. So they're the same. Boss fight for Shintang. I think we get Ping Long from this. Ping Long's not bad. It's good for, like, very specific events. You're not going to use it on a day-to-day basis, but it hits all enemies. It's from Shintang. It's good for low-level beginner, like, teams in the world event or something. I think we do, unless it's a faction troop. Alright, what am I need blue. I need yellow or red. Yellow or red. Come on. Where are you at? Why is it being like this? Come on. Alright, there we go. Got him. Ping Long! Ping Long's not bad. Deal damage to all enemies, boosted by enchanted allies. And if you're in like a world event, you have extra spell damage and you're enchanted by the potion. Has 40% skull reduction too. It's a good like low level team for a world event maybe. Certain ones. It's a nice troop to have. We also just opened monk class. Or we probably already opened it, but I'll get that in between. Alright, Drifting Sands and Suncrest, and that will open up Bright Forest, Darkstone, Blighted Lands, Groshnock. We'll have another Magic Kingdom. Alright, 3 more fights. We got 6 total. RNGesus failed me, yep. Use all your sigils for TOD and buy up to the weapon. Yeah. That's what I do too. Yeah, it could be like if you're low on resources, you could wait. I don't disagree, Tyrion. I definitely don't. I think it's like, depends on your situation. Alright, we need this. Aw, man. Guess I need more. Come on. There we go. Notice how I haven't had like a single difficult fight? Everything we're doing has been pretty easy. It's because our team is so good. We did a level 40 dungeon. We did a pretty hard adventure board fight. What do we do here? I think we need both boosts, huh? Let's get our... Need both. There we go. I think we do. We did last time. There we go. Alright, boss fight. So hopefully you're doing exactly what I'm doing every day. But you might be further than me, and you might be playing more than me. I'll let you know, like, when I'm done here, what you should do if you're going to keep going. I should probably start doing that at the end of the stream. Like, if I was going to keep going today, I would do this. think I already kind of do that, but... All right, we need both, right? I don't know. We might not. This thing has 51. I think we have just enough. Yep. Man, this guy sucks. Alright, one more. Suncrest. 3 more fights and we're out of here today. What did we really accomplish? I mean, I'm pretty much just showing you what you should be doing every day. Oh, we need to do the Tower of Doom. That'll be one more thing. I want to show you I already showed you like a low-level team on my main account, but we got to see like, can we even do that on this account? I'll go do like 1 or 2 Tower of Doom fights too. I almost forgot. Alright, 2 more of these. Then we open more kingdoms, then we'll go check out Tower of Doom real quick. In case you're trying to do a little bit for your good guild to stay in the guild. You're in like a terrible guild. Maybe you don't do anything, but hopefully you get into a better guild. So you feel like you should be. That's very important, being in a good guild. And these days it's easier than ever because there's not as many people out there playing. And there's still just as many guilds. So they need people more often. And they'll be more understanding of your situation. As long as you let them know, like eventually I'm making progress, eventually I'm going to be doing the required amounts. Like this week I gave, I think, 5 or 10,000 to the guild. I'm like trying to double it every week until I get up to the required amount. Started at 1,000, then I did 2, then I did 5. I might have did 5. Oops, didn't mean to do that. It's fine though. Just get this up. Here we go. Many ways, couple different ways to skin a cat with the Rowan team. Just cast Rowan multiple times if you want. She's not good. Alright, so I opened Bright Forest, Darkstone, Blighted Lands, and Groshnock. Isn't Blighted Lands a Magic Kingdom too? Did we just get 2 Magic Kingdoms? Let's go check it out. Another banner. Got half the kingdoms open now. 50%, literally. But now we got more than 50%. 52. 55. This is a Magic Kingdom. So I'm going to want to do this as soon as possible. Magic is king. Offense is king. We got Blighted Lands. Double check it's a Magic Kingdom, yes. So I'm going to do that again. It's going to help our whole account to get more magic. So you're going to do more damage, you're going to explode more gems, you're going to destroy more gems, you're going to... It's like a bunch of boost ratios are based off your magic. So, like Rowan, not her, but for everything else in the game, your Leprechaun, your Clockwork Sphinx probably, your weapon probably, like everything you're doing that's not Rowan. And then eventually you're going to be using like dragons and whatever. Just Magic's king. So get our Magic Kingdoms to level 10 first. So I got Zalkari to 10, that's a Magic Kingdom. Karakot to 10, that's a Magic Kingdom. I got Blighted Lands to 10, that's a Magic Kingdom. And I got Darkstone to 10, that's a Magic Kingdom. So last one I need to do is Silverglade. It'll pop up here a little bit later. And then once I get that to 10, I'll start working on the rest of the kingdoms. Probably go with armor second. Was thinking that for Rowan. But yeah. So now I got to do all these kingdoms, and we'll finish those up on Saturday for our next stream. I'll get them close. We'll finish them up on Saturday. I'll do these class quests. You don't really need to see those. Those are easy. Done a bunch already. Looks like we're going to open up Leonis Empire, Maraji, Wild Plains, and Blackhawk next. Oh yeah, Tower of Doom. So I'm still not buying up in the shop yet. Even though I have this is going to go quick when I'm buying medals. And I need to get my global medals, so I'm strong enough to do even better in this guild event. So, now if you're playing it properly as a mid or in-game player, you're going to buy up to this weapon. So for me, I'm not buying anything yet. I wonder if this like has misinformation in it or something. Do people not listen or because of this or... Yeah, it's definitely not worth doing Tyrion if you're using like gold rings and coin purses. If you have like mythic treasure, you're going to get there quicker. So I think it's a compromise between my strat and your strat, Tyrion. You know what I mean? Like open up portals, wait till you have enough mythic treasure to get to 111, and then it'll cost you less to go there. So I think like we came to a consensus there, you know, like a good, better strategy. Like, I probably shouldn't have done those priest chalices. I probably should have waited until I had enough mythic treasure to go to 111. And that would have been a little smarter. I would have saved a little more gold. I didn't need to go that fast. Yeah. Climb the floors of the Tower of Doom, each more difficult than the last. Each battle costs sigils. Some sigils are given each day, with more available from Valravens. Your troops are restricted to the color of the tower. Each floor is blocked by a Doom troop. Find an unlock scroll hidden in another room to challenge the Doom. The more Dooms defeated by your guild, the more rewards you all receive. The ultimate Doom awaits on the 25th floor. Each room rewards a scroll. Some scrolls give boons to help your guildmates. Yeah, but the scout gets the ones that are worth getting until there's diminishing returns, and each Doom defeated rewards a Forge Scroll to upgrade the Doomed weapon up to floor 25. The top 100 guilds on the leaderboard will receive a bonus loot and scrolls, but it's really ass, and it's not worth it because you'll spend more gems getting to first place than you will get from getting first place. It's a net negative. Even second, third, 10th, it's all net negative. Okay, so maybe that's the bad. Somebody scouting. You go to, I don't chat very much, here. Here we go, Crimson Fury, kind of scouting. Is that scouting? There we go. 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, what is this? 9. I don't even know. What is this? Okay. Syndicates only rooms that have the scrolls. I don't even understand. 1, 3, 2, 4. Are they just saying the unlocks here? Anyway, I'll keep my mouth shut. I appreciate everybody. I think you should just show every room just so people know you're going in every room. I get it though, you put this down here, so. Okay, so go to 3, I guess. Yeah. I get it. But I just want to know, I don't 100% know they're going in every room. So if like 2 was unlocked, they could just put 2 and not go to 3, 4, and 5. How do I know they're not doing that? Like this person, I'm sure they're going in every room and everything, and it's cool, but if I'm a new person, let's say I'm not me, I'm just some other new person, how do I know that they're going in 4 and 5 here? And how do I know they're going in 5 here? How do I know they're going in 4 or 5 here? You know what I mean? Because if they get to 3 and see unlock, how do I know? But anyway, Just saying why it's good to show every room. So everybody knows you're going in every room. Otherwise, I would just want to go in every room on the first floor. If I don't know for sure that they're going in 4 and 5, then I would want to go in every room to make sure I'm not missing a luck scroll. But if we know for sure they're going in every room and just putting 3 down. Yeah, that's cool. I just prefer... It's whatever. Alright, we'll do 3. Just explaining why it's better for a scout to put every room, no matter what. For new players, new people that don't know that person or what they're doing. Tower of Doom's always such a abrasive, problem. Oh, anyway. So it was 3? I'm dumb. I forget already. 3. I just don't want other people that are watching to think that's the correct way to do it. Alright, we'll do a 3. Alright. Let's make a team. Let's see what we got. I don't even know. We're probably gonna use Rowan. I'd probably use Rowan, right? Oops. What kind of weapons do we got? Not much. I could do this weapon, maybe. We got War and Peace, that's not bad. Alright, I'm gonna start with Rowan. It's one of my best troops. Leprechaun. Let's do it in alphabetical. Okay, we got Rowan and Leprechaun. Can use any weapon we want because we didn't buy up in the shop. I probably should. If you're playing properly, you would buy up in the shop, but we're just trying to do what we can do. I just do the hammer. Gonna block Rowan a little bit, but... And... do Lasher? I need something to boost the armor, though. Do we have anything to boost? I have Empress. Oh, no. Marilith might be alright. Really be blocking Rowan on green then, or on blue. Or, yeah, on green then, though. Egg Thief's not bad. I'll do Marilith. Similar to the team I made for, the only difference is I use the doomed weapon. Come on. Thought I had it in A to Z. Guess I put it. Marilith. Marilith. Let's do this, that. Not expecting to go very high in this tower, but... Alright, we need green banner. Green, red. Be cool. Good minus purple, that's fine. Class, we'll do archer. And so here's my super low level. Hey, I'm just trying to do a couple of fights, maybe get to floor 5 this week. Team. Very, very low level beginner, just trying to do more than 0. Because a lot of people would just do 0. First floor should be easy enough for me to not double, triple up on sigils. Got a Vow Raven, just got more sigils. weapon. Here we go. See if I can beat a Doom at least. Okay. Purple. Doom. Flag my ass here. Yellow extra turn. Get green and red. Let's do Leprechaun. Bad, not bad. Beat a Doom. Just doing that'll bring us, see, all the way up to 19th just by beating one Doom. Pretty cool. Already gave gold, right? Where am I? New booty. That's 5,000. I'll do 10,000 next week. Alright, so that's that. If you also need a really low level team, here you go. And hopefully you're buying up to the doomed weapon, but we're talking below beginner here almost. Like, we're just barely started doing the guild events. We'll get to it though. We just gotta get our global medals and then we'll start buying up in the shop. That'll be our next thing we spend gems on. That's it for today. Could be that the guild's doing a spreadsheet outside of an external spreadsheet, so they're just like, you know, that person was just trying to help by putting the unlocks and stuff. So I'm not saying anybody's doing anything wrong. I just prefer to show all the rooms if you're going to scout. It's better than nothing, though. That was better than nothing for sure. Imagine there's nobody scouting. That'd be horrible. So I appreciate it. Shout out to that person. I just don't want the other, you know, if hundreds of other people are watching, we got to tell them, you know, if you're going to scout, just show every room and what's in every room. Just so everybody knows you went in every room. I just have to assume and believe that they went in every room, and I don't know that person from Paul. Okay, so they're posting the map on Discord, so that's just extra. That's like extra. That person's doing extra credit, extra work, so appreciate it. Alright. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot to get about the channel comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is, well, you know, I do EverQuest tomorrow. I do EverQuest Thursday, but the next Gems of War stream will be Friday. Main account, Vault event. And then Saturday, we'll be back at the new account Vault event. So I'll see y'all there. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining me today. We got Sauna, Swagmeyer, MJK Jets, Tyrion Shark, Yoke the Ham. Tyrion's been a member for 30 months. Horth was here. Mr. Taz was here. We got Yoke. We got Jets. We got Robert. Beg for Mercy. Yoke, Tyrion. Some of y'all asking questions that I know you already knew the answer to, but I appreciate it because everybody else gets the answer too. Yoke, Sauna, Tyrion, Beg, Chad Angelo back in here. Good to see ya. I know you're alive now. If you don't post in the chat or leave a comment, how am I supposed to know you're still alive? You know what I mean? I can't check up on you. Can always check up on me. If I'm making videos, I'm still alive. Well, how am I supposed to check up on you? Unless you come leave a comment or something. Cornish Alex was here. Sauna with the gifted, making sure we did not have a goose egg today. Super appreciated. Super appreciated. Thank you so much, Sauna. Get running out there, making sure, guarding it, checking it. You know, it could be dying out there for all we know, and Sauna's the only one going out there and making sure it's still breathing. So we need, at least somebody did that, because if it wasn't breathing and nobody goes out there, it'd be dead. everybody thanks Sauna for making sure that the train is still breathing. Jam Ricks was here. Starla was here. Sauna was first. Starla was second. Chad was third. YouTube says that Sauna is the best. Tyrion is second. Yoke is third. I say special shout out to Sauna. Alright, y'all. Have a good one. You're the best. Back to the bottom just in case y'all are saying anything. You're alive, Jets? Yeah. Alright. I'll check out I need to get back on Discord anyway. It's been so long. I don't think I've been on there this year. The year's almost over. It's been a while at least. But I'll see y'all on Friday, most of y'all. Peace out.